So is this recording? Mic testing, one, two, three. Boom. Nice. So let's get over with today's price action. And I'll just quickly minimize my screen because I don't want to waste any more time on mindless thoughts. So as you can see, today's chart, this was yesterday's price action, not this move, but till it here. So today on the Asian session, market was kind of bullish. It gave a good follow through of the previous bullish impulse, but then again, it kind of gave a very hard fall. As you can see, this is the 15-minute time frame, and if we draw out my favorite retracement, so this is completely random. I'm not, you know, like this is not played out previously. So start from the bullish momentum till the end of the bullish momentum. So as you can see, price reverse right from our golden zone, as you can see, like golden zone or pikes or whatever you call it. Anyways, this is not a strategy to trade, but this fib retracement can be taken as some kind of confluence with other levels or zones, for more confirmation and such. So, all right, today's trading session, as you can see, from basically from 11:30 onwards, it was purely sideways, totally sideways. It just totally messed up. Like, even though I did took some entries, I mean, as you can see, I took one here, so only one I'll say the reason why I'm coming to it. But as you can see, price was totally in a range, this entire range, and it was the bullshit price action. But still, one thing to be noted on this level, this H1, this H1A plus, all right, we drew this level out yesterday, okay, and I was waiting for some kind of reaction on this level, and as you can see on the 15-minute, this is also kind of like the demand zone as well, right? And also one thing, if you can see very clearly, this is the previous zone that we marked yesterday, the H1A plus. How is this an A plus? Just basic structural marking, TGL A plus. And then secondly, this is also a 15-minute TJL A plus as well. So two levels coincide with each other. So this is a buying zone, 15-minute TGL A plus, right? I won't rename this now. So how is this basic? So one, okay, we're closing right here, like on the lowest point two, and then respective threes. So that was basically one more level, one more confluence. So let's get over with the trades for today. And one thing, our observation that change of character happens first. I mean, if change of character happens first before internal structure shift, then play the change of character levels. So basically, why did I took this trade, even if it didn't tap into my original H1 zone, is because of one simple reason, and it happens sometimes on my actual analysis chart. So this is my analysis chart and this is my trading chart. On my analysis chart, it tapped in, as you can see right here on this candle. Okay, see, it tapped in. So, and I got alerted at the right time, and I was on the markets. And even though I couldn't trade on this single confirmation because of this little anomaly, that it didn't tap in my trading chart, but it did in my analysis chart. So I was waiting for some kind of a good price action because it was still very sideways, unless, I mean, until it gave a clear bearish impulse. And right after this impulse, it gave an engulfing candle. So this would have been my entry, original entry, with a legitimate 30 pip stop loss, exactly right here. And basically, first TP would have been this one, this entire range, and then second TP would have been almost this high because it's very clear. It's very clear. And see, almost it maybe it almost touched him, almost, but no, pretty almost, like literally almost. So since we missed this exact entry, what I did was I considered a valid tap in. I considered a valid tap in. I followed this chart, my analysis chart, and since I'm using this as my trading chart. So what I did was I waited for some kind of confirmation. What kind of confirmation? Basically, since this is a total sideways zone, what I did was instead of marking the five waves, because it just tapped in right here and there's no five waves forming yet. So very first thing that we need to do is we need to put out our change of character levels. See if market gave a change of character. So as you can see right here, if I draw out my impulse from right here, okay, so this is a retracement value. So level one, it gave a closing right here. So highest point will be this one. No, this one. Level of two, and then valid retracement out of three, right? And as soon as see, I won't consider this as a change of character because as you can see right here, it gave a breakout, but then it rejected. So this is a fake breakout. And then again, it gave a breakout, but and then again, it rejected. This is a strong resistance level. Then again, it tried to, go breakout, but then again, there's a big resistance, and it hardly fell. Like not hardly, but gave a hard fall. But then again, it gave a change of character right here on these two candles, right? Or maybe even this one, these two. So this is a valid change of character right here. Okay, I don't think you can see it yet, so I'll just go at top left, right? Change of character right here. Now, what we need to look at is three levels comes out of play. So this is our QML A plus. This would have been our, what do you call it? Our RBS, and this is our respective double bottom, right? So on the very first step in on the RBS level, it gave a good momentum on this engulfing candle. Say with a 20 pips stop loss, maybe, yeah, almost 35 pips, hardly 30 pips. Let me consider 30 pips. It gave 35 pips, like almost 1:1. Okay, I'll just put out my risk reward tool. See, so this is 1:1 trade, and then once again, when it tapped into the level once again, it gave a good momentum. But this is like very for a very long time. See, for like 1 hour, it was clearly like sideways, like basically. So since I didn't take this trade, I'll just delete this one, and this level is validated. So see, it again kind of that. Oh, no, it didn't tap in. So it got validated once, twice. So one more thing, if there isn't a clean range on this breakout, then we would have surely traded this level. Okay, if this candle gave a follow to almost like around till here, and then it came to test my RBS level, and then it made some kind of confirmation, then I would have been very confident to trade on this setup, right? But as you can see right here, what price did it? Price just barely gave a change of character, and then it just rejected and went like tested my level and gave the big momentum. Not big, but kind of it made sense to talk big takes based on this sideways zone. So this is not tradable, okay? Even though it gave 1:1, but still I won't trade this. So let me just delete this change of character level as well for now. Even this 1 to 3 in the market for now. So on our A plus level, and also on our full bottom level, let's just extend this one out. So on our A plus level, market came, and then on the very first entry, it gave a bullish engulfing, right, right here. But then again, instead of giving a good follow through, what it did was it rejected and took out the liquidity, right? Or almost it didn't, but still it took out the liquidity of the previous buys on this level. See, 1 minute is like very choppy sometimes, and today's market was very choppy. Okay, as you can see, very choppy. So, but I didn't take this trade because I was not at all confident. You may even call me lucky because I didn't trade this level on this engulfing candle. Whatever you call it, man. Lucky or maybe I don't care. But even on this next big impulse, I didn't took a buy. because because of one single thing. What was the thing? If you remember, on the last weekly analysis video, we wrote one observation. Okay, I'll just read it out from my trading book notebook. Key observation: on the lower time frame structure, all confirmations on the change of character levels, the double top and double bottom works very well. I'm not saying that all the levels fails, but what I am trying to make a point is on the lower time frames. Oh yeah, on the lower time frames, the double bottom and the double top, if supposedly it was a double top level, it kind of works more as compared to the A plus or the support become resistance or the resistance becoming support. This is just my wild observation. Okay, and that is why maybe subconsciously I didn't take this trade. Maybe I did it. I never got the confidence. So that's the entire reason I avoided this trade. So, but still, it gave a good reaction. Okay, expected reaction, but it trapped once. So, and even on the second entry, it didn't give the confirmation candle to enter. And on the next candle, it was way too big. We went like 40 plus pips. So it makes no point to enter right on this candle, even though it engulfs all the previous like impulse, bearish impulse. But still, okay. Once again, when it tapped into our double bottom level, first confirmation, strong confirmation. Second confirmation is it created a range. I always talk about my confirmations that if price creates a little range after some kind of impulse, and then it gives a breakout of this entire range. If there's an engulfing candle of the entire range, then that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your confirmation candle. That is a third confirmation, and on the fourth, you just need to put the fucking order. So I place my position right here, took my entry right here, and then to be honest, I was very low confident on this one, so I traded full quantity, zero point 0.1 lots with minus one, like almost minus one, see, minus 1.3, but still I captured how many pips? 40, 36 pips, I know, 36 or 40 pips, close to 40 pips, so that took some kind of like here, yeah, this high. So minus one, easy, because see, today's price action on the 15 minute also was very choppy, very much choppy, and I wasn't like having that kind of feeling that it will give that big impulse as well, because even though we yesterday we did our multi-time frame analysis, even though we considered bullish for this coming week or this pre like the new trades that we'll be putting out, still, if we don't get that much of a confidence on any level, then it's best to take small RR and consistency, which matters the most, and just put your fucking trades right there. I don't need 1:5, 1:10, like 1:6 every time, because that's just not me. I used to be that guy. I even captured 1:7, 1:10, 1:15 also, but those are very rare trades, and those were inconsistent. That is why I was a loss-making trader, and right now I can proudly say I am profitable, and I feel that profitable energy. I'm getting every ounce of that sacred profitability. So right, so M1 camel, this one, and this one was the double bottom, and I took my 1:1 trade with profit right here, and then again price went up to this high, and then it was very choppy. So I closed my markets. I went outside, but then again, what price did was price swept, or see this zone. Okay, this zone was 15 minute DJL A plus. TGL2. It just touched down and swept all this range's liquidity at once, all these buys, okay? Because people were expecting buys, okay? And even I was expecting like my buys to work out very well, but today's price action, see, sometimes price just moves like this, and you just need to trade like this. Expect a low RR if your confidence is low. That's how you stay profitable in the long run, baby. So it just spiked down, and with the liquidity of everything, of like all these levels, preferably this level. See, exactly, it swept the liquidity of this level, and then it gave almost like a 140 pip rise, like 150, 200 plus pips from right here. But since this would have been our legitimate entry, so it gave 120, 30 pips momentum from this point onwards. Our entry almost, but see, we wouldn't have entered right here because check out the stop loss, man. 86 pips, even though I would have put my stop loss on 30 pips, but this is very logical to trade on this big candle. So I would have simply avoided this one. And then again, it tested our level once more, but see, it gave a reactions very well, very good. And then again, what is this level? This level was previously pending M15 RBS level. Okay, since these levels already got played out, I'll just delete this one. Okay, I'll delete it later. But on this RBS level, market kind of tapped in, gave an engulfing candle. Okay, so this for the arbitrary. So engulfing candle. Let's keep the stop loss at exactly like low this point. So this is basically 1 is to 2 almost, but still, if we consider this trade as a trade, I would have simply put it at on 30 pips, and I would have like taken an SL. But one more thing, the legitimate stop loss would have been this candle low because market was very volatile today, very volatile. Okay, on the New York session, as you can see, like 50 pips candle, 40 pips candle, 35 pips candle, like see 50 pips candle. See, this is just a week of 50 pips. Very volatile. On the simple, see, such a small RR, but this is 7 pips. This little, like 2 candle, 3 candle is 7 pips. So this would have been our second trade preferably, and then one more trade would have been somewhere around, maybe somewhere here, but this would have been simply like stop loss per. No trade, okay, no trade. What the fuck is this range? No trade. And then we'll wait for 15 A plus. So let's see. Alerts are set. Maybe let's see. Okay, okay, I haven't set my alert. I will do it today, not today, but not right now. What is this level? 4348. 4348. So this is our M15 QML, right? Right. How much range? Only 60 pips. But since this is really off our trading time, so I think market will take a long time to get to this destination. But no problem. We will see. Anyways, that is basically today's price action. See, it's very choppy. It gave a move, and if I tell you why price gave this move or even this move, there's one very simple logic behind it. Okay, very simple. As you can see, market is on retracements lately, even though we were bullish, but since it tapped into a major hourly A plus, and fundamentally We were also expecting some kind of retracements, and our destination is these buys. So if we look at that point of view, and because see, one more thing, daily hasn't changed its character yet. It is yet to change its character because it's very nearby to give a change of character, right? Yesterday. So it's too bearish, still bearish. So we have to keep that in consideration. But I did it. And it's not a mistake, by the way. It's not a mistake. I don't consider that as a mistake because market might give a change of character today, but it didn't. See, head over to the daily and right here. See, it can give a change of character today. It would have if today closed bullish, it would have given a change of character, but it did. So we were expecting today, from the market to give a bullish change of character, but it didn't. So that's why our point of view our main point of view should have been bearish. And if I were looking for some bearish trade, then here is the one single A plus C. This is a valid retracement from this impulse. So let's cross and see how this level played out so beautifully. 15-minute A plus level. What would have been the confirmation? It tapped in, price tapped into this level right here. So first confirmation would have been right on this engulfing candle, which engulfed the previous little range of all these dojis. So with a 30 pip stop loss, exactly on the higher zone, we would have captured a momentum of easy, easy 100 pips, right? And then one more time. This is not exactly bullish engulf, bearish engulfing, but see, it's not yet tradable as well. So I would have avoided this one. Realistically speaking, all right. Then again, I would have avoided this little impulse right here, 1000 pip, 100 pip. But then once again, what market did is market create a very good shooting star. First confirmation. Secondly, it gave a strong fall through. Second confirmation. So exactly right here, I would have traded. I would have put my order. So see how beautifully it played out. 400 pips. That's basically how your entire analysis and point of view should be, because until yesterday, until we did our multi-time frame analysis, price didn't give a bullish change of character. It was yet to give a bullish change of character, so it's still bearish. Okay, we were expecting the market to give a bullish change of character. That's where we lost the point. That's where I won't necessarily say like I made a mistake, because not because I'm too biased on myself, but because of one thing, that I'm new in this strategy. I need to learn some things. This was my first time experiencing some kind of market structure shift of the higher time frame, of the highest time frame that we do analysis on. So that is why I'm kind of uh, like not being harsh on myself and like telling like uh, my half knowledge, or no, or like a half knowledge as mistake. So I clearly don't know, and I know this with experience, like I did today. So that is why still this is the pending level, and that's basically it for today. We are left to journal. So I'll just journal this one. This is F1 double bottom, right? This is the Q1. Just journal it like this one. Okay. On the 15 minute, just show how market was today. Wait a second. Right. So let's head over to our journal for today. So after closing break even yesterday, today we booked some profits. Today is 18th. That is open. So it's 18 08 2026. How's the trade? It was fucking good. Setup was a change of character, maybe. What was it? Oh, it was hourly teacher, and we took the entry on change of character. On change of character, so it was time frame hourly, and there's no M1, but still it was hourly. Net PNL is profit. I'll do it. So okay. Come on, come on. Okay, okay. It's very clear. So fundamental, what you call it? Well, simple fundamental. Uh, Now, first entry, right? Second is works very well. Very good. These are the main highlights. So I'll just call out. Right. Okay. On the line. because the market was choppy, too choppy. That's enough for the region, for this region. So this is basically the journal for today, right? Only one trade, profit, book, almost 40 pips. So it's okay, it's good. It is good. Okay, so I learned a new thing. Don't So this is one of the most important thing that I learned today. Right. That's basically it. So it was like this. Okay, I was watching some mastermind strategy of the GOAT. Also, thanks. I love that guy. I want to be like him, man. Very motivating. So we discussed our possibility of trades, our pending levels. There are not much of a pending levels. I won't get much into it because I need to sleep early and to, you know, exhausted. And we discussed our A plus cells, why this cell played out very well, and what wrong did we did because of half knowledge. Because yesterday I totally thought that market is bullish, but what it did was it was trying to change its character, but it didn't. So how did I expect the market to change its character when it like when we don't even know what the market might do on the next hour or next second, right? So it was my mistake. I expected the market to really give a change of character today, and it did. So it was my mistake. Accept it because I didn't know how it played out, or how it plays out. So today I learned a new thing. So enough from me. Enough from me. Since these levels got played out very well, I'll just delete this one. Okay, it'll just make it less chaos. Right. I'll even delete this level as well. So I'll even delete this level as well and just keep this level. Alright. So what are these valid levels? These are one new pending levels. So I'll just delete these levels as well. So it's okay. It's okay. So I discussed my observations, what I observed today, how it played out, discussed my pending levels, discussed all the possibilities, all my mistakes, all my knowledge on point. So Done. Uh, Nice. So everything is done. TP, SBR, TP, 15, H1 by TP. Nice, nice one. My hand is itching to click on this chart. Okay, I want to see my chart, but still, we made a plan. We made our mind to only check our chart to do our analysis on the weekly analysis where we review all our trades. So I'll just hold it for this time. Uh, Coming back to our main video. So one thing that I need to discuss is everything is literally on my shoulders right now. Okay, so this is not a wild flex, or this is not a thing which generally makes people motivating, but it is actually very scary at some point that I need to manage everything at once, or I have a lot of things to manage on my family business because we are literally thinking, not thinking, but we already did execute. We are planning to open up a business, like a hotel, restaurant, or a main center of this town. Okay, one of the main bazaar or like the main market in this town. So I'll be handling all the operations, all the licensing, and all the key operations of the entire restaurant. So my father is looking at the managerial things like hiring staff and the process of designing, decorating. He will be handling all the people, and I'll be handling all the designs. So on all the designs perspective or the design department is me, and all the people management and everything is his. So sometimes I really get, these things get in my mind that will I be able to play everything out very clearly, uh, or like the future that I'm envisioning today will it play out. This is not a doubt that I'm instilling in my mind, but this are genuine questions that I face. Okay, I have to be real with myself. I can't fake everything that ah everything's guaranteed, everything will be done. But at some point, even the greatest has some kind of doubts in their mind. Okay, these are not doubts that will I be great like I talk, like I think of myself, but in something, those questions, not the doubt that I won't be able to become profitable, I won't be able to scale up my business and stuff. That's that's just basically doubting yourself. I can literally do anything I want. I've been doing. I am multi-talented. I can do all the shit that I want to do, and I did. So I don't even have the doubt in me that I can't do things. I can dedicate more hours. I can, learn more stuff than a normal person can. That's my superpower. I can literally master anything at any given point of time by sheer hard work and absolute will. So, this, but sometimes those doubts really kicks in. Not doubt, but those questions. I'm not able to articulate it properly, but still, uh, business, my personal finance, my trading business, I'll fucking grow it all, man. I don't care about what others think or say, but still, sometimes this questions really stings inside my fucking brain. But no problem. We got everything sorted out. I got a good circle, maybe. So we will sort it out. And one more thing. The thing which I am doing right now. if I only focus on doing this and improvising little by little, by past mistakes, by learning and journaling every single thing, I am sure 100%, 1000% that I'm gonna request my very first payout very fucking soon. Okay? And it's not even a matter of doubt or any question because I already did request my payout in the near future. The reality hasn't caught up to that future yet. So I always say it like this that manifestation only works when you know that you already did that in that near future. It's just the reality hasn't caught up that future, right? And you have to spend your reality, spend your present time in such a way that it just gets more, convincing that you have it in the future. So you can't be lazy, you can't be arrogant, you can't just sit around, sit idle, time pass, and just made up your mind that I already have it in my future. I, I already manifested that reality. I already have that thing. But on that time frame where the reality is just catching up with that thing, which which is your dream or maybe which is the thing that you are manifesting. If reality hasn't caught up to that thing yet, and you're lazy, you're arrogant, yet you're ambitious, okay? But still you're lazy, arrogant, you don't do the right stuff, you only plan, you don't execute. So you will be stuck at this distance, this loop, okay? So you need to justify by your actions, by your plans, by your execution, and then only then you will be redirected to this future. Your reality will catch up to this future. Okay, that's it. So this is my entire viewpoint, my entire, what do you say? I'll just claim it, viewpoint on manifestation and reality. So just one thing, one more thing. This is my fucking goal to set up every business, not every, but to set up my main business, this business, out of India. Because India is like, I won't say a doomed country, but I will say that India is far behind on this race, or like far behind if we look at it on the business perspective. But still, I love my country. I love India. India is a great nation. Okay, it's much more comfortable in India. You can literally order anything and it'll come in just 10 minutes. It'll be right outside your doorstep. So India is the best innovative country, like the cheapest healthcare, and it has its lot of benefits. But still, as a business perspective, India is not that great. Taxes, the the, the money, the law and rules, everything is pretty much fucked up. The corruption, the ministry, the MLA, all the political things. So that is why I am fully planned. I put my blinders on that I need to shift to Dubai. Okay, I need to set up this business on Dubai. I need to, register my trading business on or at Dubai. So nothing fancy. I'll just move out of this country and I'll just entirely focus on building my wealth because that's what my goal is. Okay, and I won't be pretty logical and talk about my purpose right now because not everybody will get it, but still, I am my only viewer and I am my only supporter. So I know my purpose. I don't need to speak it out in front of the camera. I just do this thing to support my journey, to get the basic communication skill of not as an influencer, but as someone who can express his emotions, express what he is trying to say about the markets and about himself. So I know I'm still far behind, and I will improve. This is my fucking promise. I will improve in this aspect as well. So I just need to be consistent and everything will come. So literally today was a good day. Okay, good trade, good market analysis, good risk to reward, nothing fancy, nothing like more expected results. But one thing that we did expect much more from the market was we expected the market to change its character, right? That is uh, one thing that I learned today. So that's sorted. One more thing, the business, the new business which we are trying to set up. So I'll have to look over it, and by probably by the end of this year, everything will be live. My trading will be totally live on live accounts. My business will be totally live, and my entire journey will be live. Not live, but it's on. Game is on, baby. So it's not gonna be easy, and it was never easy. I just got a little like comfort maybe in this hustle thing because at some point if you quit your uni, you you don't focus on your studies that much like you should do, and you only focus on the business. And when the business is not running well, you kind of slack off sometimes. And I did. I was like lack of purpose. I only this year I found my purpose. I know I've been using this word purpose a lot more than usual, but you should know why I am doing this. Okay, this is one of the like key highlights of my life. 2026 was a winner's year, and I am a fucking winner. And by the end of this year, I don't have any fucking like particular goal written down in my mind, but still I have a lot of goals to accomplish. I don't, earlier what I did was I gave a deadline for my goals to achieve those goals, and I never achieved those goals on that particular deadline. Okay, I was never that guy who will finish some goal on that particular deadline. See, on the work perspective, let's say I need to edit one video. So yesterday that we went to shoot, not yesterday, but day before yesterday, today is Wednesday, just now. So on Monday that we went to shoot, or even Sunday, I think it was Sunday, Monday. So I need to edit that video. So I will give myself a deadline that by this date I will finish this video. And on that work perspective, I generally or normally do finish that video by that deadline itself. But on the goals perspective, we never know when we will achieve a goal. I mean, it can be contradictory. Okay, this is subjective. So for me, what worked best, I've seen it, that every single goal that I thought I would achieve, I have achieved. Okay, I can be very sure, even from the childhood, what I used to think something cool would look like. I did everything. I went out. I did solo travel like, without my family outside India. Yeah, outside India, outside my state. Okay, solo. Okay, I mean not solo with my friend, but outside Assam, outside Guwahati. Everything by myself. I just took my funds from parents, but that taught me a lot of things than a normal degree will ever taught like teach me. Okay, so and sometimes I kind of get paranoid that what will happen because I don't have a life degree in my hand, whereas my friends they have a valid degree, bachelor's degree in their hands, and they can even apply for motherfucking jobs, you know, to at least fund their business. But right now, I just don't have any degree. I am basically a student who is wildly focused on his dreams and his business and not, 100% focused on his studies itself. So sometimes I get paranoid, but once everything will kind of sort out, it will. It will generally. Every time it did, and every time it will. I don't know about others, but on my personal level, personal life, it always do. So I'm not even 1% worried. I just am worried about my own character development of how I'll catch up to that reality, right? Of that future. I already am profitable. I already shifted to Dubai. I have all the money I want. I am wealthy. I already gave my parents what they need. I freed my father of all the debts and all everything, all the pending cases, because my father is like a goat, OG, okay, and people kind of hate him. Has a lot of inside haters, and people sued him, defamed him, did everything they can to suppress him, but that guy just stood there unfazed. That's my biggest motivation, like biggest motivation. So I will, I have kept this thing in my mind that I will give this man something that he will never forget. And until today, I am not able to give that particular thing. It's not in like materialistic thing. It's just something that he expects. I won't get to it. I won't get too much of the details right now, but of that reality, of that Picard who already have all of those things, but like of the future reality, okay, but the current reality, the current Rossi, who needs to, spend the time of reaching this future. So I'm worried that I need to work consistently every day. I need to work on myself. I have to learn from my mistakes. I have to learn a lot of new things. And I want to spend my time of going to this reality in such a way that it gets justified. Now today I'm not able to speak properly because see I'm thinking my head literally is like fuzz, okay, of all my thoughts and all my thinking about this future and reality thing. So and even I'm finding some answers for myself as well. But anyways, today's session I won't stretch it for a long time. I'll just close it on 1 hour. So basically it's a bye bye.